Hey, this is Brent Leary.
I'm Paul Greenberg.
We're still in Vegas.
How do we do that?
I don't know. But we are the CRM players.
So once again, we think we're the CRM players, but other people tell us otherwise.
And we don't listen to those folks anyway, so it
then
doesn't
we
matter.
are the CRM players.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We're still in Vegas, but a bit of a change in venue here. We're at, Venetian and Palazzo, kind of right in the middle of all this stuff. And it's a different conference.
What's the name of this conference again? And your name is?
Mine, it was two questions at once, right? You're confusing me now. So the conference is Adobe Summit, right?
Okay.
2019. Awesome.
Okay.
And my name
Yes.
is Michael Caine. No, it's not actually.
Save it for later. Save it for later.
My name is Jamie Anderson, and I am the president of Marketo in EMEA.
Yeah, I actually remember you when you weren't president. I've known you so long. You were once CMO of SAP. I think we're still Hybris at the time.
It was
right?
Hybris, yeah.
And you know what? I got to tell you something. You were just an amazing CMO, and apparently you're an amazing president of EMEA, from what I'm hearing.
Well, like people that categorize you guys as the CRM players, I'll take anything I can get at this point. So I'm happy with that.
And we're about as little as you can get.
No, but we just heard the opening keynote. Very interesting stuff. And, Steve Lucas was he brought some of the thunder to it.
It was great, and I was thankful that he'd only had half of one of those 5-hour energy drinks. No, he was phenomenal. But look, that is Steve. He's passionate, about this, and I think we all are.
So, look, 2 years when you started as president of EMEA, Marketo was just Marketo. And then it was Vista's Marketo. Now it's Adobe's Marketo. But it's still Marketo, of course, but Adobe owns it. So you've gone through independent to owned by a PE, VC, whatever the hell Vista thinks it is, and now Adobe, which is a technology vendor that's not you, right? So how does that even work? How does that feel? I mean, what's that even like? What do you have to adjust to in that?
So I joined when Vista had Marketo.
I thought it was right before.
No. Steve joined, I think, just shortly after that, and then I joined, around 19 months ago now.
Jeez.
A lot's changed, in that period of time. Without going into, specific details.
No, don't worry about it. Go ahead.
No, I get that.
Don't worry. You and the rest of the world know that we're all under NDA in this public.
We're all friends.
That's right. It's all NDA.
Worldwide.
Everyone listening in, you can't say anything about this.
No, look, I think the main thing is the synergies between what Adobe does and the audience that Marketo had is huge. Now, arguably, Marketo was very big in the B2B space. And as Steve, articulated, I think, beautifully this morning, that shift from B2B to B2E is where it's going. And
so that's like a business to like Edward, right?
Everything.
No, I thought it was business
to Edward.
Right? Everybody
Edward.
named Edward. I just thought it was everybody named Edward.
Eddie.
Nah.
Well, I was going to say, I'm looking forward to your blogs, actually. If that's where we're going with this. Whoa. No, I think he's captured it beautifully, because I think what we've seen is, for years, going back to the Hybris days, and talking about customer engagement at SAP, even before we acquired Hybris, if you remember, you and I were talking about that. Incidentally, your book's out.
It is?
I noticed, which is awesome.
Well, thank you.
Oh, congratulations.
Man, news travels fast around.
I didn't know. I didn't even know it was out.
But I remember you and I talking about that a long time ago,
Yeah.
and you saying, look, the things have shifted into this kind of nascent engagement space. I remember talking to you about it back then. But I think what's really interesting is that, as we go through all those changes we've seen, we've all been in CRM a long time. I mean, I'm over 20 years. I started as a developer in CRM. and here we are.
So you started like when you were 5, was
I
that?
think so, yeah.
There
Thank
you
you very
go.
much for that. Yeah, you can come at my 30th. The invitation's in the post. No, look, it's the market's naturally evolved, and I think the synergies between a company like Adobe, which the mission is to change the world through enabling amazing digital experiences. They enable companies to tell great brand stories. And I love that because it's like the first rule of attraction is like what your brand says, what your brand means. Mm-hmm. Engagement is the next stage, right? So the ability to attract everyone to your brand by being meaningful, purpose-driven, and really articulating what you do by imagery and how you tell your story, phenomenal. Marketo and customer engagement then sits in that next place where you have to constantly be relevant and meaningful as that relationship blossoms. And I think, another part of it which makes Adobe very powerful at this moment is the addition of Magento. Because then you've got a real transactional engine. I saw the impact that Hybris had naturally on SAP, and it will be no less, potentially even bigger, the impact that Magento will have on Adobe. So it's exciting.
All right, so you're president of EMEA. You're not like CMO. You're not vice president of anything, which means ultimately all of Adobe Marketo's EMEA responsibility falls on you, right? So I mean, don't give me the accolades about but the team, okay? But I'm talking about you here,
right?
The team will get some accolades later, right?
Well, they do all the work, you know that, right?
Of course, I just but I'm not talking about that, right? So I always hate that. So nobody's willing. You did a great job, and everything. Well, it's me and my team.
But come on, there is no I in team.
But there is a me if you look hard enough.
Oh, there it is.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, look, everybody does. I actually wrote about this. Like you, I'm sort of slightly sickened on social media by the humble brag. Everybody's humble about stuff. If I win an award, I'm running around like I've got my shirt off. Won an award. It's celebrate. It's nonsense. All this I'm so humbled that the Girl Scouts of North America or whatever have presented me with. No, you're not. Be happy. Be proud about these things. This is great, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, I got a question. One of the highlights when Steve was talking was the talk around the integration with Dynamics and LinkedIn and Marketo. Talk a little bit about that. What should people expect from that?
I'd love to, but I am not involved in that stuff. That's really clever people, right, to do that stuff. I'm just humbly the president.
Okay.
Well, so I want to take this a whole other direction.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, this is down to Jamie and history. Okay, because you had a really interesting career before you got into tech, and actually it kind of overlapped in tech, and I've seen some interesting, commercials and things like that. So talk about that a little bit, because I am a big one on the idea of like humor in our world, and you are a funny dude.
I can be.
No humbleness here. You gotta.
I can be.
You and your team
are
really funny.
Yeah, my team are really funny. They write everything. No, do you know what I think there was a moment, right, when I was a developer and then I was a solution architect, and I was in the field, and I'm going to make this link because I think it's important. It's how my mind sort of works in this. I remember just being constantly frustrated by the really poor marketing materials I would receive as a guy in the field in tech. I'd go, what is this? It's like there's nothing in this that's engaging. And this I'm going back nearly 10 years though in this, and I used to have to create my own market materials to be able to articulate a solution to a customer. And when I did, I always try to make it a wee bit entertaining and a bit fun so they could engage with the topic. And I try and find a way to humanize it and make it real or relatable. And I did this for so long, and I thought, I'm just one guy. This doesn't scale. So I remember going and saying to my boss, and one of the, because every year used to have a discussion, where's your career going, what do you want to do? And I sat there and I went, I want to be a marketer. And he was like, what is wrong with you? He says, you're in the field, customers like you, they trust what you say. Why do you want to be a marketer, right? I said, well, because I think I can make a difference. And that's kind of what drove me towards marketing, was that I felt that rather than, look, people complain about marketing, particularly salespeople or people in the field. They do.
Yeah.
And you can either choose your whole life to be a complainer and a moaner, or go and do something about it. So that's how I got into marketing, and I decided that, I saw marketing was changing, and I saw the kind of trends in digital. I looked at, how long people engage with content. I looked at some of the content we rolled out, as a business, and obviously this is pre-Adobe, because Adobe's content's awesome, right? But looking back at it, I saw that people did not engage with it because it was too long. Video content was awful as well, and I formulated this opinion, and you'll like this because it does relate to what you said.
Yeah.
I kind of realised that we were no longer, I remember gathering all the team together when I became a CMO, and I said, look guys, what business are we in? We're in technology. He says, yeah, that's not untrue. But what business are we, as our function, what is our job, our role? And it's like, to market, and I says, no, do you know, in today's world, our job is to entertain.
Amen.
First and foremost. It's got
Amen,
to be,
brother.
whether you write, whether you write, or whether, or whether you perform, or, as soon as you stand up there, people don't want to be talked to, they want to relate. And I said this to you last night, funnily enough. I said, it's like, when you step on that stage, you need to become a mirror. You need to be able to allow people to reflect when they walk away on what you said. It's not about telling them stuff. You can tell people stuff, it won't go in. You have to almost like pose a question, and to me that's always governed, I think, what we've tried to do. So
well, you've been pretty remarkable doing it too. I mean,
thank
look,
you.
honestly, past history now, but if I had anything to say about it, you would have been the global CMO at SAP.
Well, thank you very much.
Of course, the politics there would make that rather difficult, but nonetheless, you would have been the global CMO.
All right, I gotta ask a more serious question though.
No, you couldn't.
I got it. Is Michael Caine your best impersonation?
Well, probably
Wait, before I have to tell you the story of how this even happened. One night, I'm on Facebook, and I see this post, video, and it's Jamie clearly not sleeping, because it's probably 3:30 in the morning their time,
It might be.
right? It was something around that.
it was beer time.
It was definitely late, and Jamie just launches into this perfect imitation of Michael Caine, and I literally just started sharing it to everybody. I thought it was so funny.
What movie was it from? What was it?
It wasn't, well, it was more of a amalgamation
Right.
of movies.
So, given time, we've got about a couple minutes. So, how about we close?
Is this possible, right? Because I'm just trying to think. I need to get.
You can launch into these things in a
Because
second,
of course,
dude.
I could get into Richard Burton.
Wow.
No.
Richard Burton.
Richard Burton.
That's
No,
kinda-
My father was a miner, you see, and miners had great hands, and they worked the seam. It's a thing of great beauty. You understand, of course. But Michael Caine started because Michael Caine's voice has changed over the years, right? Because
Was there an Alfie Michael Caine sound?
at the beginning of his career, Michael Caine's voice is very, very nasally. Right up there. I only ask you to blow the bloody doors up. But over the years, with the partaking of the port and the cigars, and the voice got much deeper and much more towards the back of the throat, almost a little breathless. And as he goes, shall I prepare the Batmobile for you, Master Wayne?
That's awesome.
I told you. Perfect.
All right, who else do you like to do? That you were trying to master maybe?
Well, I like Sir Alec Guinness in Star Wars, of course. So if I do Sir Alec Guinness, it's
The young and wastes are not to be travelled lightly. The Sand people are easily starved, but they'll be back, and in greater numbers. We must hurry.
Okay.
So,
I told you he's completely
so
misplaced in his career.
we'll stop there. But at the bar this evening, you know, if you just
That's right.
give me a few drinks, because
He'll
then once
be
the
here
once
all
the,
week.
Yeah, here all
That's
week.
Vegas, right?
It's Vegas, baby. Yeah. Bye.
There you go. That's awesome. Well, I know you got other things to do than just hang around with us, right?
Other than do, no, he's got
Impressions.
He's got a show.
He's got to go.
Yes.
This is
Show.
warming up for the show. Well, hey, we appreciate it. And you're right.
I told
that
you.
Michael Caine thing, man.
Perfect.
Well, thanks, guys.
Are you
Brent,
kidding?
Absolutely.
thank you.
Love you, dude.
All right. Well, I'm Brent Leary.
I'm Paul Greenberg,
We are the CRM Players.
and he's Michael Caine.
Later.